Citizens speak out, standing up for their own lives and those of fellow citizens. People in countries such as Chile, Germany, Libya, Palestine, Sudan, Syria, United Kingdom, and Yemen continue to rally for greater respect, basic freedoms, and a representative voice in government.
Sudan. An estimated 197 African refugees are feared drowned after their boat caught fire in Sudanese waters while they were being transported to Saudi Arabia on Tuesday. Officials in Port-Sudan report that 3 have been rescued with a search that is still ongoing, while 4 Yemeni nationals who own the boat have been detained.
Palestine. Israel's Ynet News reported on Wednesday that the Swedish flotilla boat Juliano became the second to set sail to Gaza, Palestine, after it was allowed by officials to depart from Greece once it had been repaired. A spokesperson for the Free Gaza movement stated there were plans for the Juliano to meet up with the French flotilla vessel Dignite al Karama, which had set sail the previous day.
United Kingdom. A rally was held on Monday, July 4th, outside the Royal Air Force Base, Menwith Hill, the site of a large ongoing US-run intelligence and surveillance operation. The protesters objected to the US presence at the base, which has never been made accountable to the people of the United Kingdom, as they called for the removal of all such operations from British soil.
Meanwhile, the British Parliament held an emergency session on Wednesday regarding allegations that tabloid press News of the World, owned by media giant Rupert Murdoch's News Corporation, had hacked into and tampered with messages on the cell phone of an abducted girl who was later found to have been murdered. Prime Minister David Cameron has called for a government investigation into this and other similar allegations against the news agency, while several international corporations have pulled their advertising from the publication pending the investigation results.
Germany. After a report published on July 3rd in Spiegel magazine released information about a planned sale by Germany of military tanks to Saudi Arabia, Parliament members called an immediate debate to demand an explanation from the government. Many expressed deep concern, as this would be the first heavy weapons sale in 20 years to Saudi Arabia, whose troops have been supporting the violent crackdown in Bahrain. They said that this would go against the national policy of banning arms sales to repressive states, as well as Chancellor Angela Merkel's previous expressions of support for pro-democracy movements.
Chile. Following mass protests by tens of thousands of students, Chilean President Sebastián Piñera issued a proposal on Tuesday for $4 billion in education reforms to address students' demands for high-quality, affordable, and accessible education available for all.
Syria. Activists reported that at least 22 citizens died Tuesday and 23 Wednesday, with 80 wounded and hundreds who were arrested in the central city of Hama after security forces surrounded the city with tanks, where despite citizens' efforts to block their advance, they also raided houses and vandalized shops. In a statement on Tuesday, the U.S. government expressed deep concern about the unprovoked violence as it urged the Syrian government to withdraw its troops from Hama.
Yemen. Protests were renewed Tuesday across Yemen as citizens continued to call for the resignation of President Ali Abdullah Saleh. Meanwhile, Al Jazeera reported that another military unit has defected to join the activists, with one former military official saying that they feel they must support the uprising inspired by the country's youth and not let them down.
Libya. Libyan government forces shelled the city of Misrata both Monday and Tuesday, killing at least 11 people and wounding over 50 more.
In sadness for the lives lost and all who have been injured or otherwise afflicted, we pray for the turmoil in every country to cease and that global citizens may purposefully share peaceful, free, and dignified lives.